Sandboxes for Linux now. First we have AppArmor. AppArmor is a kind of sandbox. It is a mandatory access control framework for Linux. What AppArmor does is it confines programs according to a set of rules that specify what files a given program can access. It's available on a number of distributions, including my recommended distributions, Debian and Arch Linux. I do recommend using AppArmor, and it is worth learning how to use. AppArmor, SE Linux, and GR Security, which are other security frameworks for Linux, are discussed later, and they are other methods of isolating your Linux environment and hardening and securing it. Another sandbox for Linux is Sandfox. It runs Firefox and other apps in a sandbox, limiting their access to the file system, and it works under Debian, Arch, Ubuntu. Some Linux distributions have the sandbox command, which you can see here. For the distribution you use, you'll have to see if that's available. There's also FireJail, which describes itself as a SUID program that reduces the risk of security breaches by restricting the running environment of untrusted programs using Linux namespaces and seccomp BPF. So you can think of this as just a lightweight sandbox. And that's what it looks like. And it's easier to use than, for example, AppArmor. You can download from here. I'm going to download it with wget. And there you go, it's installed. That's on Debian Jessie. FireJail is very easy to use, so let's launch Iceweasel. We have to use the application name Firefox because that's what it's called in Debian. And there you go, Iceweasel launched, sandboxed with FireJail. FireJail also has something called the private mode, which is a way of hiding all the files in your home directory from programs running inside the sandbox, which is a nice feature. And there we go. And that lists all the running sandboxes. For a guide on how to fully use it, check out the documentation link here. Also, there's a link on Firefox sandboxing, so check that out. For FreeBSD, the Trusted BSD system is used for sandboxing, which is another mandatory access control framework or MAC framework. So this is worth looking at if you like BSD.